Tuesday kind of threw me off just a little.
Good evening, everybody. We're going to call the Madison County Board of Education meeting to order. Today is September 10th, 2024. Our meeting starts probably at 6 p.m. In case you didn't notice, right outside the door, we have our agendas for tonight's meeting. So if you'd like to follow along, please do so. You can also follow along on the video monitors. I also want to remind everyone that we get our agendas and look over them and have plenty of time about a week ago to look through everything if we have questions. So if you find that sometimes we don't ask questions while we're sitting up here, we've probably already called Dr. Gillum or Mr. Neely or somebody that we need to get the answer from. So just wanted to make sure you guys are aware of that as well. So Ms. Cobb, do you mind reading our vision statement? We'll start with that.
Sure. Madison County Schools, in partnership with the community, strives to equip educators to lead by example, to equip educators and students with the skills to lead by example, develop and speak with a unique voice, and explore their academic curiosity to make a positive impact on our community and world.
Thank you. All right, next up on our agenda, it's one of our favorite items every month. It's our showcase, and we're happy to have Daniel Boone Elementary School here with us today, and to talk about that, Dr. Gillum.
All right, thank you. Yes, Daniel Boone Elementary. This week we are celebrating Arts and Education Week, and the arts are an essential part of a complete education for students of all ages, and we're grateful tonight to have the student showcase featuring art students from Daniel Boone. The pioneers follow the art curriculum, teaching by artistic behavior, and students are encouraged to create at least one WOW piece of artwork each grading period. And a WOW piece of artwork stands for Wonderful Original Work. Tonight we have our art teacher Tina Williams and STLP coordinator Donna Morris with us, and they brought some students: Valerie Bowles, Sam Bowles, Danielle Martin, Theo Iranpour, and Carter LaGrange, and also Ruby Iranpour, and STLP members Nora Wilson, Oliver Stites, Jacob Keeney, and they're going to share about their love for integrating technology into their school experience. So go ahead, guys.
Okay, thank you. And I didn't know you were going to read that, so that's some of the things I was going to say.
Good.
So we're ahead of it. Okay. So on our first slide, it's just the definition of what teaching artistic behaviors is, and it can be summed up with three things. What do artists do? The child is the artist, and the art room is the child's studio. So it might look different than a typical art classroom because their work is, if you'll go on to the next slide, Lori, please, thanks. They choose their own topics, they choose their own medium, and they express themselves. So it's not like everybody's piece looks the same. It needs to be actually an original piece. And the way we do this is by practicing the studio habits of mind. And the child is the artist. So here's some examples of things about the child being the artist. They solve problems, they play to explore, and they collaborate on projects. You see these two little boys here. We were doing the collage practice, and they built a racetrack, and they were making cars to go around their racetrack. And I have Theo and Carter. Can you tell us your idea of your project?
We're trying to make something like a mini movie with like either stop motion or just filming.
Are there any problems that you guys have come across as you've been working?
I mean, like making stuff was hard because like putting it together and the sizing was kind of hard.
What medium did you use first?
What does medium?
Art material.
Oh, cardboard.
Cardboard, but before that, you were working with
Clay.
Clay. And did you have a problem with that?
Like we couldn't move it that well and like.
And your little guy's head fell off.
Yeah.
So, is there a solution to your problem? Have you guys been thinking about how you can make this project come to life?
Become the clay ourselves.
Become what?
Declare ourselves.
Declare yourselves?
The clay.
Oh, become the clay yourselves.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense. So now what are you gonna do instead of
We're
making
gonna
that clay?
be the actual characters.
Okay, so you're gonna act it out. No, we need help because I can't do this. We can't do this in my classroom as much.
Yeah.
You can build things in my classroom, but where in the school can we get help?
SDLP.
STLP. So this is gonna be a good connection between STLP because they have the technology skills, and so they're planning on working together to be able to make their story come to life. Okay, thanks, guys. In the middle part, oh, I'm sorry, it was back on the last slide, sorry. So in the middle, you see a loom. In the top one, Ruby over there, she wanted to learn how to use the loom. And so her little friend knows how to use it, so she was teaching her. Well, immediately after that, another student came up and wanted to learn how, so she taught that skill to the next student. And that's what happens with crocheting. There's lots of skills that I might not be very good at, but we have experts in the classroom. So it is part of that teaching and classroom artistic community where people are working together to share those skills and pass that down. And then the next one, Danielle, this is her gallery. We upload our artwork to Artsonia so families can see it at home. And this is her gallery. It's just a little snapshot of that. How have you grown as an artist?
To be honest, I've grown pretty well, and I think that I think I could grow more in stuff that I'm not really good at, and I could.
That's okay. This is hard because artists don't usually like to speak. So we like to communicate with their art. Danielle is very good at exploring medium and persisting with something. She engages and persists with it. This is her journal, and she's been working on drawing hands. And so she's been working on looking at images of it. She's been working with different tools and chalk. And she's wanting, do you want to tell what's going to be down here?
On the bottom there's fire, and then on the top it's beautiful clouds.
It's like fire and then beautiful clouds at the top. So she was working with some charcoal. And so she's been engaging with this for, what, probably 2.5, 3 weeks?
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay. And thank you, dear. Hey, Valerie. This is a piece that Artsonia published. They let us, if we uploaded 300 pieces of artwork last year, we got to have 30 posters like this. And so I printed off this one just because I felt like her piece had a lot of texture in it, and I thought it would be a really good example for future students, and that way she gets to keep her piece, but I also have a record of it and can share it. So Valerie, how do you get your ideas, or what do you expect when you come into the classroom?
How I get my ideas is either being inspired by someone else's work or the things around me. And what I expect when I come into the classroom is either finishing something I started or starting something else.
Okay,
Or some things.
good. Is there anything else you want to share? Okay. All right. So the kids they come in, and you can go ahead and go to the next slide. The art room is the child's studio. So we have studios set up around the room: drawing, painting, collage, printmaking, fiber arts, construction, clay, architecture. We have a library, and then things that pop up along the way too, like we have contests or different skills like making jewelry or something like that comes up. And so they are guided with a, you can go ahead and go to the next one. They're guided with by their art log. We follow the studio habits. In each grading period, they're supposed to make a wow piece, a wonderful original work. And the guidelines for that, like for this time, it's the subject of me. So we're learning about subjects in art, but it has to communicate something about themselves. And so they just document their process as we go. It's just a log of keeping track of what they've been doing using that artistic process, which really kind of follows along with the writing process. Okay, and then they get to publish their pieces, either in an art show or using technology and taking pictures and publishing it. So that's it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Great job, everybody.
Fantastic. Did they have some artwork to show? I seen some of them with some stuff in there. Dr. Gillum and members of the school board, I am Jacob Keeney. In the photo is our group from last school year. During this portion of tonight's showcase, we will highlight SDOP and its opportunities, our achievements, and what we are working on this year.
Hi, I am Nora Wilson. What is STLP? The Kentucky State Department of Education Students Technology Leader Program uses project-based learning principles to empower students' learning achievements. STLP provides a means for students to design, make, contact, and learn through technology utilizing and creation of original digital content. STLP at Daniel Boone is becoming more than an afternoon club. It is becoming a whole school adventure.
What is SDOP Level Up? It is a fun way to earn badges that relate to activities completed in SDOP. Badges are earned in 5 categories: contribution, achievement, collaboration, progression, and challenge. Each year you start over earning badges, so by sharing with you tonight, we earn our first badge of the year. Next week begins the big Get Recognized kick for SDOP in the state. Why collect Level Up badges? Badge activities are provided as another SDOP resource, but are not required. However, if your resource but are not required. However, if your school want to get or keep gold stats, part of the application process requires reporting which badges have been earned during that school year. The photo on the slide is our recognition bullet board.
Achieving STLP goal status is a challenging but rewarding and optional activity that should be involved in our whole STLP. There are 4 requirements: getting recognized, submitting a presentation explaining 7 different Level Up badges earned, and list how your STLP participation throughout the year.
There are many ways to get. Thanks to hard work last year, Daniel Boone, thanks to hard work last year, has earned gold stats for the 3rd straight school year. We are one of the 21 schools in the state. This stats. Now on to the fun stuff.
There are many ways to get involved into STLP. CD8 Creating Digital Arts are a digital product of online judging. These projects will be due in early January and are judged online. In the coming weeks, we will be meeting deciding which projects will be our focus for the for the year that and take to the state showcase on April 23rd. Lastly, we will be entering many samples of our work in the Madison County Technology Extravaganza, which occurs at the end of the school year.
At this time, we would like to share the awards of our group at the state SDOP competition that was held in March 2024. Tucker Fitzpatrick placed second in the Creative Digital Arts book cover category, for who was Mary Curry. For this category, students are to imagine a new book cover for their favorite book. Students can use digital photography, image manipulation tools for digital art as the basis for this product.
My team last year worked on an app-smashing book talks with the Kentucky Bluegrass Award books. We read nominee books of the KBA Awards, created book trailers for promotion materials that featured in the books. For the first time, Daniel Boone STLP History, our group was selected as one of the best in Level 2 and were judged for the second time at state competition. We will be working on this project again this year in hopes of being a state winner again. We used programs like Canva, Adobe Express, and Google Slides to create most of the book trailers and promotion materials seen here. Pizza, a slice of history.
Written by Greg Pizzoli and illustrated by Greg Pizzoli. Do you like pizza? If you do, you should read Pizza, a Slice of History.
There are all different kinds of pizza all over the world based on where you live.
They have gotten better due to trying new ingredients. Since there have been more demand for pizza, more pizza shops have been built in the world. There have been more varieties of flavors of pizza because we eat 350 slices of pizza every single week. Pizza, a slice of history. Find out where it began, when it happened, and who made the first pizza. Made by Kaylee, Madison, Laura, Parker, and Matthew. At the technology extravaganza, Daniel Boone had winners in these categories, but book trailers, coding, digital drawings, paintings, digital generated or digital music product, digital storytelling, multimedia mashup, original photography, stop motion, video, and timelines.
Thank you for letting us showcase our excitement tonight of technology. But before we go, Ms. Stites would like to share a few thoughts with you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Emily Stites, and my son Oliver participated in STLP at Daniel Boone last year. In addition to being a mother, I am also the senior graphic designer for UK Healthcare Corporate Communications at the University of Kentucky, which means I make a living doing a lot of the same things that these kids have learned in STLP. And from my professional point of view, I have been so impressed by the work that is coming out of this program, especially considering that these are elementary age students. They are working with software and media strategies that many adults would struggle with, and they are doing it very well. Oliver is a very creative kid, and the skills he's learned through this program have helped him expand that creativity into mediums like animation, video game, and presentation design. For example, his once handwritten birthday and Christmas lists now come in the form of 50 slide PowerPoint presentations, which include both pricing and photos. STLP has also given him the opportunity to shine. 3 of the projects he created through STLP were recognized with awards at last year's Madison County Technology Extravaganza. And he was also able to attend the STLP State Championship in Lexington, which he said was the best field trip ever. I love that STLP gives these kids both a creative outlet and practical technology skills at such a young age. I have no doubt that what they have learned will serve them well, not only throughout the remainder of their education, but into their future professions as well.
Thank you all.
And is that your
Awesome.
award?
Y'all are
That's
amazing.
the award?
Yes, this was our award that we got for the best
Excellent.
award.
That is amazing.
Great job, everybody.
I'm
Thank
impressed.
you all
that-
very much.
I am so impressed they're like using Canva.
Yeah.
I mean, that's wow, that's awesome.
All right, while they're walking out, a few of them, we're going to do audience comments regarding our agenda for tonight. Tammy, do we have any audience comments? No. Okay, if not, then we'll keep going. We are now on number 5 on our agenda, the consent agenda. These are items that the board sees regularly and we are very familiar with. Items to be approved on the consent agenda tonight are 5A, the minutes of the August 22nd, 2024 regular meeting and the August 29th, 2024 special meeting. 5B is claims. 5C, superintendent's personnel actions. 5D, leaves of absence. 5E, technology surplus. 5F, the following out-of-state field trips. 5FA, the Madison Southern High School FFA trip to Indianapolis, Indiana on October 22nd through 25th, 2024. 5G, 2 shortened school day applications. 5H, the Certified Evaluation Appeals Panel. And 5I, salary schedule amendment for subpay. Are there any questions on our consent agenda? If not, then I need a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented.
So moved.
Second.
Motion's been made by Ms. Cobb, a second by Mr. Rutherford. All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. Moving on, number 6, our monthly reports. 6A is our instruction report. Tonight, we have Jason Smith with Madison Southern High School Gear Up and Christy Carlisle from Madison Central High School Gear Up to present our instruction report.
All right, I'm Jason Smith. I'm a Gear Up academic interventionist at Madison Southern High School. And before we get too far into this, I just want to give another plug to STLP. My son is a junior in high school, and he won a state award under Daniel Boone's STLP leadership several years ago, and he's still really techie today. The GOAT. So thank you again. So it goes a long way, STLP does. So appreciate that. So with that being said, again, I'm a college we do college and career readiness, and we've been with the district with this program since 2018. Last year, Gear Up we had 2 cohorts. We followed them since 2018, 6th grade and 7th grade. Our 7th graders finally graduated last year. We worked with them for many, many years. And we have one more group of seniors left with us at Madison Southern as well this year that we're still working with. So wanted to give you just a few statistics that we came up with from last year's cohort of students that we thought were very impressive for our school and our district. And first, that was 81% of our high school seniors last year completed a college application, which is substantially higher than we've seen in the past, according to some data that we've seen. That's for 2-year colleges, 4-year colleges, trade schools, etc. One big hurdle that we crossed that we saw some very good data was FAFSA completions, and that's the free application for federal student aid. As many of you all may or may not know, FAFSA was reconfigured last year from the federal government. It usually opens around December 1st. With all of the delays that the government had with FAFSA, it did not roll out until around March 1st, and then was loaded with lots of glitches even after it came out in March. So we still had the approximately 300 seniors sitting around school who needed to get that application completed. Mind you, Gear Up, we are a cohort also, a grant of 18 counties across eastern and southeastern Kentucky. And I'm really proud to report that we had 76% of our students who graduated last year complete a FAFSA, and we were third in the entire Gear Up Opportunity cohort for FAFSA completions at Madison Southern High School. So I want to brag on those students that completed those last year. And just a few upcoming events that we have here at school this year for this year's seniors is we have a motivational speaker coming up next Tuesday. He will be with all of our seniors for 2 hours in our gymnasium, and he will be there to provide motivation, inspiration, guidance, and support. He's a national speaker for our students to hopefully increase these numbers. You know, we want to get beyond 81% of college application rates with this group of seniors and 76% of a FAFSA completion. The good part is back to FAFSA, it will open December 1st this year is what we've been told, so we're going to have more time to do that. We'll be completed FSA IDs with our students with the Kia bus at our school on September 24th and 25th. We're proud to say we've already taken 2 college visits this early in the school year already. We've taken a group of 35 seniors to Eastern Kentucky University a couple weeks ago. There we saw several of our former seniors from last year on campus who was able to run up and greet us and us greet them and let us show each other how proud we are of them. I know I saw a couple students who were first-year college students, first-generation college students, that is. That means their parents did not attend college. They were first year, so we were proud to see what an impact this program's made. I was a first-year generation college student in my family, and we can go a long way with their education. I think everybody in this room knows that, so we were very proud to see those students. We took 50 students to the University of Kentucky today, and still will be going to a 2-year technical school here in a couple weeks. We're taking some students to Toyota Motor Manufacturing in Georgetown next week. We've got plans for University of the Cumberlands next month and many, many more visits throughout this school year. And also, we have collaborations where EKU, UK, BCTC, Northern Kentucky University, Berea College, and Somerset Community College, they'll be coming to in our building this year to meet and greet with their seniors and provide them some college recruitment information so that just in case they miss a college visit with us, they'll get it at school. So we're really glad to see that. So, and a college application day scheduled in November. That's about all I have. Again, we're just really proud of all of our seniors from last year and this year, and I brought 3 seniors with me, Skylar, Caden, and Cadence, who would like to give you a little more practical information about how Gear Up may have impacted them and their lives and their classmates. So I'll let them go ahead and talk.
Hi guys, my name is Caden Case, and like Mr. Smith said, I'm a senior at Madison Southern. So one thing I'd like to talk about with Gear Up is our Gear Up leadership team. So last year when we've had both of the classes, it was about 20 of us. This year it's about 10. And it's leaders of our class that come together and we just discuss things that, what can Gear Up do to better us for our further education. Another thing that Gear Up allows us to do is we get to plan a lot of charity events for our school. So whether that be a food drive, whether that be a coat or clothing drive, or we've done like pay $1 to wear a hat day, like stuff like that. Being able to raise money for our school, but being able to organize those days with our peers gives us skills to work with our peers in other ways around our school as well.
Hi, my name is Skylar Cito, and one part of Gear Up that's been very beneficial to me is when we go visit college field trips. And by going there, it allows me to envision myself in that environment and see if it's the right standard for myself and if that's what I want for my future. And it also opened up the doors for other colleges I've never considered going to, but now they're on my list of maybe I should check them out and see if it fits my standards. And it's just been very helpful for this next season of my life.
Hi, I'm Cadence. Gear Up has done a lot for me, but the one that stands out the most to me is the opportunity to go to Rise Leadership Camp. that is a week-long course that you stay at Eastern Kentucky and you really work on yourself and you as a leader and how you can take your personal leadership skills back to your community and your school. And that really gave me the opportunity to stay in the dorms for the first time, and that was the reason that it encouraged me to apply for GSP. And I felt more prepared when I was on my way to there because of RISE. But Gear Up really is just a safe place for me and our school, and I'm so thankful that they have opened so many doors for me.
I'll give you a little bit of update from Madison Central. I'm one of 6 Gear Up staff at Madison Central. I'm Christy Carlisle, and I work with Jennifer Ramsey, Candy Stamper, Carrie Johns, Vanessa Blue, and Daniel Park. One of the things that we've been given the opportunity lately is we're able to, there are 4 of us that have been chosen to follow up with some of our students that graduated last year. So last week, we went to EKU and met with them, and we made contact with over 30 of our former students that are at EKU. And Carrie and Candy went back today and made contact to see how we can help them connect to EKU to help them be more successful. We've got a lot of things going on. We're all seniors right now, focused on them. We have over 200 seniors that are taking ACT that is optional. So we think that's amazing that they are ready to try hard to get a score that will help them qualify for maybe more scholarships or college programs that they would like to have. We have some upcoming college visits. We're going to the University of Kentucky, University of the Cumberlands, Morehead State University, and the University of Louisville. With Eastern Kentucky University, we do targeted visits there. We've been able to make a very close connection to a lot of the departments there. So they let us bring our students in to do hands-on activities in their departments. Then we take a tour of campus, let them eat on campus. So we have, I think, 4 targeted visits just from now until Christmas break. I'm going to be partnering with our Ignite North. We partner with them a lot on our career visits. So I'm meeting with some of their teachers next week so I can see what careers that they would like to visit. So we can use our grants and our funds to help focus on where they want to head with their students. We have a lot of upcoming events. We have our Kia Rep is coming in tomorrow to talk with our students. September 16th, we have over 200 seniors attending the college fair at EKU. It's more than 50 colleges will be set up that are from Kentucky and surrounding states. On September 18th, we will be bringing in the guest speaker that Jason mentioned to meet with our seniors and celebrate them. September 25th, we are partnering with our counselor's office to host a boot camp. So that's everything that the seniors need to be successful. We've also partnered with some of our community groups. They've given prizes, so at the end of the day, we can let the kids win prizes and get them excited. October 21st, we will be hosting a college panel night. So we'll have some of 2-year programs and 4-year degree programs come in with our Kia Rep. And we'll have a panel so parents can attend and talk to the reps from the different colleges and universities. And we'll be helping with our College App Day on October 29th. We have EKU, Morehead State University, Northern Kentucky, UPike, Campbellsville University, Kentucky State University, BCTC, Georgetown College, WKU, and UK all coming in to meet with our students to help them fill out their college applications that day. And I would like to brag that the 6 of us at Madison Central are out of all of the schools grants through the Gear Up program, we are the only one that have our 6 original staff members. That can tell that we love our jobs, I guess.
That's awesome.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, guys.
Thank you. That is such an incredible program, and what it gives our students, we've got to figure out a way
Keep it going.
to keep some of
do
those things going for our students who are not part of that program, because yes,
Right.
it is amazing what they are able to do for these kids. So I'll throw that little tip out there for the future.
All right, next up, 6B on our agenda, the construction report. We have Jonathan Smith with Branscombe Construction. There he comes. He's going to be presenting an update on our new Madison Middle School project.
Good evening. I just want to give you all kind of a quick update of what's going on at Madison Middle. If you've been by, you've seen a lot of brick going on in the building, some windows going in, but I want to kind of update you kind of where things are. This first shot, this is actually the athletic buildings. You know, it's been a little wet, but now that we've had dry weather, we've had good luck with showed you last month, foundations in, but a lot of blocks laid, trusses been set in some areas. You can see that is the football locker room and the concession stand restroom area. Show you a close-up of some of those in a minute. This is the baseball press box. There you can see they're getting ready to start laying block for the backstop around the baseball field. That gets brick on it, brick and block. So those areas, been a lot of work going on down there that we've had good dry weather, sunny weather. A lot of masonry work's been going in that lower area. This is just another shot of the concession restroom area there beside the baseball building. You can see there, just in that little space, there's a lot of guys there working, trying to get block laid and get those topped out. So those areas have been progressing really well. This is a close-up of that football building. You can see the truss has been set, kind of see what that's going to look like. You'll see inside there, you can see all the plumbing slabs been poured, all the plumbing's roughed in. Got the door frame set. We're trying to get those areas, starting to get those closed in so we can start working inside. This is just a shot. This is looking at the back, the kitchen, cafeteria area, and off to the right, kind of see the corner of it. That's the storm shelter area. Talk about here in just a little bit, but you can see those areas really coming along really well. Brick going on around, pretty much around the entire school. This is the classroom wing, C, off that. You can see all the decking's been laid. Some of the pre-work has been going on there. Roofer's actually gonna be on site Monday. His drying crew's gonna be here Monday. They've got 3 or 4 days of drying work to do. And then we're actually starting metal panels. Roofing will actually start going on. Materials should arrive around Wednesday. And as long as the weather holds, we'll start roofing the next week. That'll be kind of our focus to get a lot of these areas. We're gonna start areas C, D, and A and B, start getting all those dried in, those low roof areas, get metal on those so we can get those closed in. Keep the water from getting in the building. This is looking kind of at that section, area C and area D. You can see kind of that's far off too. You can see a lot of the insulation's already arrived there. Some of that material is getting there on site, getting stocked on site. So when they do get here next week, they'll be ready to go, start putting panels on the roof. You can see there, we've actually already got windows going in the building. There's probably been 40 to 50 windows already installed in the building. They've started the last couple of weeks. So windows are going in. Some of those classroom areas, area D and area C, the brick's on pretty much the exterior building. Windows starting to go in, roof going on. So those areas will be pretty much dried in hopefully in the next 45, 60 days. Kind of our plan. And obviously that's dependent on weather, because what we're doing now is totally dependent on weather, this roofing work. So this is the storm shelter wing, the back. They're actually going to start in the next couple of weeks. Of course, that whole area gets concrete poured on top of the roof for that storm shelter area. So in the next few weeks, we're going to start concrete on those areas. They're getting kind of everything finalized, all the decking's down. They got a little more detail work to do on the steel, and we'll be ready to start pouring concrete on the roof of the storm shelter area. So that will get that area moving along really well. This is kind of an overall shot of the front entry. You can see kind of some of the windows going in some of those areas, and showed you some shots last month of where brick's going in. You can kind of see there in the front, you see some holes dug. That's actually the piers for some of that front canopy. We're getting some of that concrete work in. Those are going in now. Those are being poured, and we'll start standing steel in those areas in the next few weeks also. This is just another overall shot of that classroom area. In that area, like I say, we'll start roofing over the next 60 days. A lot of this roof will get on. Pending weather. Just another shot of the brick, and you can see kind of the outline of some of those windows going in. They're putting all of those in. We've got window guys there about every day now, so weather holds, we'll be far along on window installation. This is just kind of an inside shot. You can see a lot of that brick that's on the interior of the building. That's the main lobby coming in the front. You can see they're getting a lot of that high work done with that brick, getting that in and getting that brick cleaned as we go. You can see on down through there, as you see that brick's going in and they're falling in behind that. You can see the two areas, what's been cleaned, what's not. You can tell the difference in it. So that's going along, going good. We're still working inside the building. Of course, a lot of the inside we're pretty much got the structure built, so it doesn't change a lot other than stuff going inside. But when we do get the roof on, we'll be starting insulating a lot of the water lines, starting insulation in the building once we get this dried in. So that's moving along really nice. This is the framing in the, that's actually in the office, or that's the office area off the side of the office area. So you can see a lot of that framing overhead is being completed. And this is a picture of the media center. You see a lot of that framing. There's a ton of framing for a lot of soffits, different ceiling heights in there. So there's been a lot of metal stud framing that's went on in the last few months. So that work's coming along really nice. And like I say, when we get roof on, these areas, our focus will be to get the electrician in, get all his rough in, everything done overhead, and we'll be ready to start insulating, hanging drywall in these areas hopefully the next couple of months when we get the building right in. So that's kind of where we're at now. It's utilities are going on. I don't know if you've been by, you've seen a lot of excavators around the site. We're getting site utilities in, all the electric, water, sewer, out to the road, and making connection. That's being done. And our plan is in the next 2 to 3 weeks, we're actually going to start some of the site work on that lower parking lot where y'all will join the developer road. We're going to start bringing that up, start getting parking lots in, actually going to start some curb and gutter. And our hope is weather holes and everything works out, we're going to try to get some base asphalt down before they close this winter. So Allen Company's going to start on that in the next 2 to 3 weeks.
Awesome.
Everything's progressing really well.
Sounds
Any
great.
questions?
Exciting. All right, Tony, come on up with Klopfelter Samakar Architects. He's going to present our construction report as well.
Okay.
And I think Trace Creek Construction's here too, right?
Merch
you
is
coming
here,
up
but
too?
I'll cover,
No, you're going to hide in the back from us. Okay.
I'll cover the projects they're
All
working
right,
on as well.
gotcha.
So,
You're on my list. You just don't want to come.
I'm sorry, did you have something to report, Merch? Did you?
Not
Did-
necessarily.
Okay, okay. I don't
gonna
want
let
to
you
deny
do
you
it.
any, camera time. Well, good evening, and first I'll start with your agenda down in the action items. Of course, we will be looking at the plans and renderings for the final plans for Waco, and the agenda item also has a BG3 on it, which hasn't changed. The numbers haven't changed from BG1 to the design development BG3 to the final plans BG3, and I'm sure you have copies of that you've seen beforehand. A couple of closeout change orders for Clark Moore's Middle School. I believe these should be small credits to close out purchase orders. There's some change orders for the Ignite Academy South. There's some costs there. If you wonder why is it so long after the project's closing down, it's because we really evaluate these, for a while. One, to see if they're justified, and of course your own administration looks at them too. And after a while, since some of these things were late, Madison County even suggested, hey, why don't we get rid of the overhead and profit that's being shown on these change orders? So those numbers have gone back and forth for a while. So one reason they're late is because we've minimized them on Madison County's behalf. I think there's a few more here that those are, I guess, procured by the construction manager. But if I'll be here and we'll be here if anybody has any questions on any of those other change orders. With that said, I'll start flipping through some pictures of the Phillips building. The canopies are on now. They've got the subgrade for the parking lot back by the tech building. There's a little dust flying around because they're working back there. The windows are not in here. The windows are really going to make a difference on this tech building, but that will all be black pavement in front of us there, and then of course a nice sidewalk and a covered entry, and those will be windows that you'll see there in the middle. That's over at the maintenance, where the maintenance entry is. Those are the windows into the office building. So this is kind of the back, which will now be the main entry for the maintenance part of the building. You step inside, of course, there's still some old parts of the warehouse, kind of the unheated, uncooled space that will still have a lot of value to Madison County for storage and so forth. But then you'll step inside, and there's also the new storage spaces, which are really going to be valuable for Madison County. Some are larger than others, but this is one of the nice big ones. Now there's still some base to put down and trim, things like that. New restrooms. I guess probably it was only the men that really got to experience what was in the old Phillips, and it's quite a step up here. So workroom with some casework and cabinetry there. This is a large office space where several of the office staff will set up their desk and have windows and light. There'll be a conference table there where the ladder is. I've been asked to come Monday, and these were just yesterday, but by Monday they'll have this area finished up and ready for punch list. This is the main office, which would currently be Mr. Reister's office. So that'd be Area C, which hopefully within the next week or two will be ready for Madison County to move out of the front part of the building into that part of the building. So that'll be a big step. And hopefully they can start working on the very front part of the building as well. That's a catch-net for the back of the soccer goal. This is looking back towards 3rd Street. This is looking across the soccer field, which hoping the artificial turf should be here next week is what we've been told. So, but the leveling stone is just about in place. You can see the grandstand, the press box, concession stand in the background, closer look at the concession stand. I believe I went through a lot of interior pictures last week on this, but they're really on you're putting the trim up, finishing paint, so this is really close to being finished as well. This is a restroom. They just need to hang the plumbing fixtures and get some paint on the trim and the walls. So there at Phillips, a lot of progress. It's been slow due to different things, but over the past month, it seems to really have gained a lot of progress. Any questions about Phillips? If not, of course, Jonathan just did a great job on covering a lot of Madison Middle, so I'll flip through these quickly, but this is just a good close to, he talked about the brick and the window details. It's looking really good. Here's some windows in a different angle of the front of the building there. Not a great lit shot of the gymnasium area, but those windows will fill in like what you see in the front of the tech center with the obscured glass. And there's stripes that go around the building there that just look really good, but I'm sorry this picture doesn't do it good justice, but there's plenty of time for us to get some more. Here's some good sunshine on one of those ends of the building showing the brick detail and the new windows in. So really good progress this week. Again, just going around to the other side of the building. He mentioned the storm shelter. If you look up close, you can see all the pins there that will catch the concrete. So that building's going nowhere if in the event of any type of storm. So it's be in good shape. Just an interior shot of the commons area. This is where a pod of classrooms will be, and of course there'll be ceiling and lockers and sound acoustic panels. Different shot from the lobby looking into the media center. Just another close-up of the windows from the inside of the building. Going down to the softball and baseball, here's a press box on construction with the low wall going in place and the catch net poles going up in front of it. Concession stands are going up. As he said, a lot of dry weather has allowed them to really top out a lot of this block and get door frames in and lintels. Here's the field house in good shape, and I think he showed some interior pictures of all the plumbing that was going on as well. So good progress on the middle school. There's a progress meeting next week on Wednesday. So any questions on Madison Middle? If not, Merch and I walked around phase one's pretty much complete, but at the former tech center, lunchtime. So they got the cafeteria done, and they've been eating lunch in there, and you can see the colors and the floor and the overhead doors and the natural light coming in. So it's really turned into a nice place. And of course, Madison County bought the blue and red tables. Here's another shot looking towards the serving line. That gate opens up, and the students come in and out of that area. You step inside, there's the serving area that they're walking in and out of. So good vision on Madison County's part. I never really would have thought of this, but it's functioning very well so far, and I'm sure it's given the high school some elbow room. And just a closer picture of some of the really nice cooking equipment that's in there as well. This is actually, this was a picture from last month, again, just showing the shiny floors and how they're set up. Of course, you've got your interactive TVs and your marker boards, nice new restrooms. I mean, this project's really over the course of a summer is pretty much done. Merch and I walked around today to check off the punch list that had already been done before they got in the school building, and the punch list is nearly checked off. So, I might show you a few pictures next time too, but we're really close to closing this project out. And of course, they've occupied the building, and they've been doing it very successfully. And another shot of just the new mechanical in here, because of course there's some new mechanical as well as the new restrooms and kitchen cafeteria and 8 classrooms. Any questions on the former tech center?
I will just say, we were there Friday, a group of us. Had I not known that was, I mean, it was like a brand-new building.
Yep.
It was beautifully done. And,
It's really
you know, it's what we envisioned. The kids were in the lunchroom. It was, we were all just thrilled.
Yes.
It looked amazing.
Well, good.
We're really happy.
Good. Well, like I said, you all deserve a lot of credit for that because the ideas came from you all really on how to incorporate that building. Madison Kindergarten Academy. Just another shot from last month. This is another one that's gone really quick. But just the wax floor and the new ceilings, you can see how all these new restrooms, which is so big for them, you know, new ceiling tile in the cafeteria. So here's where it start new. That window was not in last time. So this is when you walk into the vestibule. Of course, you encounter a large glass area and you get greeted by the staff there, but you can't go anywhere. You're in a locked-in vestibule. That's looking from the inside, so you can really see the vision that they have looking out into the vestibule area. And these are the doors that you cannot get through. You're locked into the vestibule. But I think I talked for the last couple of months about how, you know, Madison County has done some really creative things there at the Kindergarten Academy, one being the vinyl on these doors, and throughout the building and in the library and the corridors. And here again, you can see it in the library, new carpet and paint, ceiling tiles. So just another place where a lot of, it looks new, you know, you try to figure out what it looked like before. Just a reminder of what one of the big parts of this project was, of course, the HVAC. You know, sometimes you spend a lot of money on stuff that you can't really see, and it's good to show it because there's a lot of new HVAC in there, and you know, we're working through some controls and getting everybody. But the classrooms are being heated and cooled, and there's a lot of equipment on the roof. You can see the gas piping going to them, and the roof, of course. There's, you know, half the building or more was re-roofed. So here's a couple of pictures of that. And of course, that white color really reflecting a lot of the sunshine there. Another big part of this project was, of course, the exterior doors, and you see the little card reader there. So security access to these buildings, which is really important for Madison County. You know, on most of the exterior doors, and the other ones that don't have it, you just can't get in. So a lot of good security upgrades there at the elementary school. And this was just a photo shot. You have umbrellas there from the Mike's kids. This is stepping off the construction ladder a little bit, but Mrs. Stacy. So Mike's kids is passing out umbrellas for all the people who have to stand in the rain to get the kids out of the car, and that would include some of the folks at Madison Kindergarten Academy there. So Mrs. Stacy agreed to take a shot with me there, and also wanted to pass out some umbrellas. So don't forget your umbrellas behind you there. So that's the story behind the umbrellas from Mike's kids there. Any questions at MKA? Waco Elementary, of course, this is the final plans. We go through the process of giving this, of course, to KDE, who's currently not reviewing them, but it doesn't matter. We still have to go through the process. There's really nothing different. Some of these plans are what you've seen before, but between design development and now, it's really us creating a lot of details, working through with Jonathan Smith and the construction manager, things of that nature, going over the plans with your staff, you know, your maintenance people, and Dr. Gillum, Chris Clark. So I didn't show you a bunch of big black and white pictures of drawings. They're done. You know, and this is just your point to agree that it's ready to go out to bid. You're comfortable with the numbers. You're comfortable with the plan. These are all just, again, the things that we've talked about in terms of the program and schematic. One of the big things, of course, is what does the building look like from the exterior? We presented this one outside picture or this rendering last month, and it went over well. So I've brought this back because we haven't changed a thing since. I've got a lot of comments during the month, and they were all, don't change anything. So this is what I have done. So I've zoomed in a little bit on the entry here. But then we created just some shots from around the building, and it's a little further out than I meant to be, but you can see the stone, you can see the brick, you can see the gray roof. Now remember, all these colors, even though we kind of said we liked the idea of a red brick, are still open. Any of the colors on the inside and any of the colors on the outside are still going to be brought to you after the bid. So again, here's a view. These are views going around the building. I tried to zoom in a little bit there. Oh, and there's the view of the courtyard. So just a really nice building. So I believe I touched on anything that might be later down in the agenda, but if anyone has any questions when these agenda items come up, feel free to ask. Oh, any questions about Waco? Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Thomas. Next up, 6C, our monthly financial reports with Mark Woods, our CFO.
Good evening. We'll start with our bank reconciliation. As of August 31st, the district ended with a reconciled balance of $113,471,943.61. You can see that's actually down from this time last year, so we're spending on construction projects. You just got to report on all of those, so we're spending that money down as we should be. Of the reconciled balance, the district has $34,244,343.56 in investments. Those rates range from 4.5 to 5.3. We're seeing the rates starting to tick down on those as we've had some funds come due. We've reinvested some, brought some back in for cash flow. Rates, the last one I just purchased dropped down to 4.7. We'd been riding over 5 for some time. So right now the rates are dipping a little bit, so we'll see how that goes and make adjustments accordingly in our budget. You also had a balance sheet and revenue expense report. I've looked through it. We're on track for where we should be. High on some of the supply categories, but it's beginning of the school year. We make big purchases and get ready for the school year, and then we ride those supplies out through the year. So we're right where we should be at this time. Any questions?
No? Questions? All right, then we'll move into 7A on our action agenda to approve our monthly financial reports. I need a motion to approve the monthly financial reports as presented just now.
So moved.
Motion's been made by Ms. Brock. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Ms. Coyle. All those in favor?
Aye.
All right, motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Woods. Next is 7B to approve final plans and BG3 for Waco Elementary School. Are there any questions? All right, then I need a motion to approve the final plans and BG3 for Waco Elementary School as presented.
So moved.
Motion's been made by Ms. Coyle. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Rutherford. All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. 7C, to approve 2 closeout change orders for Clark Morris Middle School, their renovation. Is there any questions? Okay. I need a motion to approve closeout change order number 1 for PO number 49185 for a credit of $7,766.33 and a closeout change order of number 1 for PO number 49177 for a credit of $5,369. This is for the Clark Morris Middle School renovation. Motion's been made by Ms. Cobb. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Second by Ms. Brock. All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. 7D, to approve the CO of number 4 for the Ignite Academy South. Are there any questions on 7D? All right, then I need a motion to approve the change order number 4 for Ignite Academy South in the amount of $31,297.11.
So moved.
Motion's been made by Mr. Rutherford. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Ms. Coyle. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. 7E, to approve the CO number 1-01 HVAC renovation. Are there any questions? Okay. I need a motion to approve the change order 01-01 for the former Kentucky Tech HVAC renovation in the amount of $12,327.
So moved.
Motion's been made by Ms. Cobb, second by Ms. Coyle. All those in favor?
Aye.
All right, motion carries. 7F, approve the change orders for the Phillips Building renovation. Any questions about 7F? All right, then I need a motion to approve the change orders number 2-01, 02-02, 05-01, 08-01, 09-01, and 09-01, 02. Don't ask me to read all this again. 11-01 and 12-01 for the Phillips Building renovation and site improvements. So this is for Phase 1 and Phase 2 in the credit amount of $57,872.03. It's a mouthful. All right, motion's been made by Ms. Brooks. Second by Ms. Coyle. All those in favor?
Aye.
All right, motion carries. 7G, to approve the CO number 2 for Madison Middle School. Any questions? Then I need a motion to approve the change order number 2 to Harry Gordon Steel for the Madison Middle School project in the credit amount of $2,004.29.
So moved.
Motion's been made by Mr. Rutherford. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Ms. Cobb. All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Moving on to 7H, to approve the CO number 3 for Madison Middle School. Are there any questions about 7H? All right. Then I need a motion to approve the change order number 3 to Rising Sun Developing Company for the Madison Middle School project in the amount of $2,004.29.
So moved.
Motion's been made by Ms. Brock. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Ms. Coyle. All those in favor?
Aye.
All right, motion carries. Moving on to 7I, to approve Tim Short Automotive PO. Are there any questions about this purchase order?
What are these going to be used for?
Okay, so what we're recommending here is the purchase of 3 vans, and those 3 vans would be used to transport students. We've got a lot of, like we have some small athletic teams or some small other student groups where they may only be taking 2 or 3 students. We'd be able to drive these vans instead of taking a whole school bus. There was some changes in the legislature, which doesn't necessarily impact this, but there have been some changes in the legislature that the state is more open to transportation in forms other than school bus. So that's the main purpose behind it. In addition to that, if we have let's say we have 4 staff members that need to go to a conference, a one-day conference, rather than sending 4 cars with and paying mileage on those, we'd be able to take that and potentially use that. We also have a lot of students that we have, some of our special needs and other students that are doing our career programs where we transport them out to a job site. Right now, we have 1 car that does that. This would give us another opportunity to do that. So there's a wide variety of things that we can use these vans for. And as we looked into it, what are some ways we could reduce our overall transportation costs, but still keep all of our students and faculty in a safe environment. What we looked at is the purchase of new, and looking at over the next few years, these should last us a good long while. So I think I personally believe it's a good investment for our district. We'll save not only our district some money because bus transportation is getting so expensive, but also when we look at our driver shortages, a licensed driver can drive a van, can't drive a school bus. You have to have that CDL. So it gives just a lot of options, and like I said, I think it's a good investment to save our district money, but also to provide some a little relief to some of our small groups that really can't. It's difficult for them to generate the money to pay for that school bus transportation because our school bus transportation now, if we have to report all those costs to the state, it's now $3.41 a mile, I believe, is what school bus transportation costs. When you take depreciation on the buses, when you take the tire replacements, when you take the fuel costs, and all of those things added up. So it's a much more efficient way to transport small groups.
Who drives them? Is it just employees?
Well, right now, this is the first time we've actually purchased some vans. Right now, like we have a few cars and different faculty can take it. This would be, school employees would be the ones taking this. We will follow a similar pattern. Right now, we do permit personal vehicles to be driven, and there's a process for that. The vehicles have to be inspected, and the driver has to be approved for that. So this would be the same piece. The only difference is we're owning the vehicle, and it's covered under our fleet insurance. But we would own the vehicle, so the vehicle wouldn't have to be inspected, but it will be inspected routinely through our transportation maintenance bus department.
Should we expect to see a new set of policies regarding the people that will be using and driving these vans? Just to cover ourselves, I mean, since they'll have multiple students,
Yeah.
kind of like who's going to drive them? If it's solidified in policy, it's a protection for us and for the students.
Sure, I mean, we can.
Parents and all that stuff.
We've reviewed that a little bit, but we'll go back and double check everything. Like I said, right now, we currently have a personal vehicle policy and procedural piece. So my thinking is it fits under that, but we'll go back and review that. And I'll talk with council about that.
Okay.
Yeah, legal counsel.
Maybe we
So
just need
do
to
you
limit it to our faculty and our employees or,
Yes.
not
And
parents or students or.
Yeah. Well, and that's what our personal vehicle, that's why I said our personal vehicle requirement is the trip sponsor, which would either be the coach or the faculty member, the employee. Yes, yeah.
So would these be treated like a bus, like as far as locating and checking them out and who needs to use it and what, or is it gonna have a home location or?
They'll have home locations, and then we'll do some type of checkout piece with that. If we have 3 of them, we would likely leave one at the Richmond Bus Garage, one at the Berea Bus Garage, and probably one here at District Office. Not for me or any of our people, but for, it's just kind of a central location where people will be able to get it easily. Yeah.
So this would be for like FFA going to Indianapolis, just taking 3 or 4 kids?
Yes.
2 people?
Yes. And you notice that on several of our field trip requests, we will get, and it will say, transportation by personal vehicle. Okay, and when it says transportation by personal vehicle, typically, well, what happens on that is the sponsor of that trip plans to take their personal vehicle, and they take it to the bus garage, and they get it inspected, and they sign up as a driver, and we send all of that into our insurance company. This would do the same thing, only rather than them bringing their personal vehicle to be inspected, we would have a vehicle for them to drive, yes. Yeah. And it's a cost saving, but it's also a practicality piece, when you're going to a lot of those places. For example, our golf team, golf team just sometimes will take 3 or 4 or 5 students, depending, and they will have to go to a golf course, and they don't have, that golf course doesn't have a location for a bus to pull in and park, So not only are you would be taking a big vehicle, but you're also trying to park in an area that doesn't have parking. The same way, like if you're going into Indianapolis and for a national FFA conference, where do you park a bus? Well, the bus, I've been to those, I've done those things, and the bus has to park a mile away in some type of big lot that's designed for buses, and then the driver has to get back, and it's a challenge. So this will provide practical response as well.
I think it'll be a good benefit for a lot of our smaller clubs to be able to use.
How many people are in one van? Do you know how many seats?
These are going to seat 7.
7?
Yeah, and it would be limited to that, yes.
Okay. And then I just want to, it says Tim Short Automotive, and it's a fleet van, so I want to make sure everybody understands that because they're not in Richmond or Madison County, so I wanted to make sure fleet
State contract.
vehicles are a separate entity, so I'm hoping we bid it out, correct?
We did, yes, and we.
Just like we do paper and everything else.
Yes, and Mr. Woods he worked pretty hard to try to find us 3 vehicles that we'd be able to do and have and use, and we did go to local dealerships local dealerships.
Minus one.
Yeah, minus one, yes, absolutely. There's one we don't do business with.
Right.
They're good people, but we
I
don't
just,
want
I don't want,
conflict of interest.
I don't want
Yes.
any of the locals to
Yes, yeah, no.
upset of other car dealers here, so,
Yeah.
right.
And, you know, we wanted to be as economical and, responsible as we could. so.
Right. Okay, any other questions? Okay, then I need a motion to approve the Tim Short Automotive purchase order to purchase 3 fleet vans in the amount of $125,812 as presented.
So moved.
Motion's been made by Mr. Rutherford. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Ms. Coyle. All those in favor?
Aye.
All right, motion carries. 7J, to approve New Tech Systems purchase. Do we have any questions on this?
So this is the intercom system to allow the new sixth grade center to be connected in with, so
Yes.
they're all on one system, so everybody that's in that old Kentucky Tech can hear.
Correct, and yeah, it will be a total upgrade to the whole system. And the system at Madison Central needed a
Right.
revision upgrade anyway. So this will be, it'll get it up to new status and then integrate the other.
When
Definitely
do we-
needed.
Yeah, when do we expect that to be in and installed? It's a good question.
Ben, what's the timing on that?
So they expect, once we set the PO, parts in about 2 weeks.
Okay,
They think starting within a month. I'm pushing them on that. As soon as we get the PO,
Okay.
I'll push them towards it.
okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other questions? All right, then I need a motion to approve the New Tech Systems purchase for Madison Central High School campus, their intercom system replacement in the amount of $68,451.63.
So moved.
I'll second.
Sorry.
Okay, motion's been made by Ms. Brock, second by Ms. Cobb. All those in favor?
Aye.
All right, motion carries. Moving on to 7K, to approve J&J Roofing their purchase order. Are there any questions on this tonight?
Is this from the storm damage?
Yeah, K and then also L as well. If you remember the storm that we had a while back, did a lot of roof damage. We've been working with our insurance providers to make sure we get all of that cleared up. So this one, and then the next one is from roof damage as well, from that storm damage.
Any other questions? Then I need a motion to approve the J&J Roofing purchase order to repair the roof at B. Michael Cottle Middle School and Glenn Marshall Elementary School in the amount of $135,506.
So moved.
Second.
Motion's been made by Ms. Coyle, second by Mr. Rutherford. All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. All right, 7L, Dr. Gillum just talked about this as well, to approve the insulated roofing purchase order. This is for Daniel Boone Elementary School for $201,852.74. You also have Kit Carson Elementary School for $195,815.84. Whitehall Elementary School, $172,363.43. And then Madison Central High School at $68,057.72. Are there any questions on this? Okay. Then I need a motion to approve the insulated roofing purchase order for roof repair at Madison Central High School, Daniel Boone Elementary School, Kit Carson Elementary School, and Whitehall Elementary School in the amount of $638,089.73.
So moved.
Motion's been made by Mr. Rutherford. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Second by Ms. Brock. All those in favor?
Aye.
All right, motion carries. Moving on to 7M, to approve Cape Electrical Supply Purchase Order for Clark Moore's Middle School.
Yep. So this is, as part of our Clark Moore's renovation, we did do a lot of work back there with the athletic fields. We added a lot of field to make, before, they really didn't have, they had one big field. Nothing was game-worthy, I guess. You couldn't actually play regulation games on it, but they were able to practice one sport at a time. So we've done a lot of field. We've cut across the back and also leveled a spot in the back. So we're able to get a softball field in the very back, standalone softball field, and in the front, we're able to get a baseball field, and then a football field as well that we football soccer. So Clarkmore's going to be able to host their own, home games. We won't have to double, triple up over at B. Michael Cottle, and especially once we get Madison Middle in. So it's something that we heard from our community they really wanted to see. So this piece right here would be lighting for that entire complex. Okay, so and it is the new LED lights. There's with the design, there are it is a little more complex because we are doing kind of a combination baseball. Part of the baseball field and softball or football fields overlap, so there has to be a couple more poles on that, and it's spread out. And then the softball field's down over the back, but should be a really good system for them. So.
Thank you. All right, then I need a motion to approve the Cape Electrical Supply purchase order for the athletic field, their lights at Clarkmore Middle School in the amount of $386,000 even.
So moved.
Motion's been made by Ms. Cobb. Is there a second?
Second.
Who wants it? Ms. Coyle. Going with Ms. Coyle for the second. All those in favor?
Aye.
All right, motion carries. 7N, approve the Cape Electrical Supply PO for Ferristown Middle School this time.
Yeah, so this is to replace it. It's not the poles, it's just the lighting. And this is to be able to take Ferristown to an LED system. We've done this at several other of our athletic fields as we've had an opportunity. And so now we're going to try to do the Ferristown school. Couple of things, couple of reasons why. One, that Ferristown field is now, I think it's 15, 16 years old. So you don't think of it being that old, but those lights have been out there. And they have the traditional lighting system, which is draws a lot of energy. So you convert to the LED. It actually, over time, will pay for itself. But also, the biggest piece there is the traditional lighting is obsolete. And getting those bulbs, when those bulbs do go out, getting them replaced is extremely expensive. And so by the time, not only will you save on energy costs, but if you have to replace very many of the bulbs over the next few years, it will more than cover itself with this purchase.
Any questions? Okay. Then I need a motion to approve the Cape Electrical Supply purchase order to upgrade the lights at Ferristown Middle School athletic fields in the amount of $247,501.43.
So moved.
Motion's been made by Mr. Rutherford. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Second by Ms. Brock. All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. If you're following along, we're still on our action agenda. We're now on 7O, to create and ratify a paraeducator position at Silver Creek Elementary School. Want to add anything to that?
Paid for
No.
school funds, yeah.
Any questions? Okay. Then I need a motion to create, ratify a paraeducator position at Silver Creek Elementary School to be paid for by their Title I funds.
So moved.
Motion's been made by Ms. Cobb. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Second by Ms. Brock. All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Moving on to 7P, to create and ratify 2 athletic site managers. Are there any questions?
Now, I will say this about, actually, if you go through P through, all the way through 7U, all of these are Madison Southern, they're all school paid, and we do this for most of our schools, our middles and highs request some type of additional pieces. 2 things I'd say. One is they're all paid by school funds, the funds that they generate, or booster funds. But also the amounts that are designated here, I think this is very important. The amounts designated, they don't have the right to designate their own amounts. They have to operate within the salary schedule that you all approve. So if they want an additional assistant coach, we have a salary schedule for assistant coaches in those sports, and that's what they have to approve. So that's where you see the amounts, and that's where you get those pieces. I know you all know that. I just want to make sure that I mention that.
No, it's good, because we just approved that last month or the month before, it seems like. Okay. Any other questions? All right. Then I need a motion to create and ratify 2 athletic site manager positions at Madison Southern High School at $1,500 stipend each, paid through their athletic funds.
So moved.
Second.
Motion's been made by Ms. Coyle, second by Mr. Rutherford. All those in favor?
Aye.
All right, motion carries. 7Q, create and ratify paid assistant for the Madison Southern High School cheer team. All right, I'm gonna roll through these. Then I need a motion to create and ratify a paid assistant position for the high school basketball cheer for Madison Southern High School at $578 plus any associated fringe benefits to be paid for by the boosters.
So moved.
Motion's been made by Ms. Cobb. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Ms. Coyle. All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. 7R, create and ratify paid sponsor for the Madison Southern High School cheer program. All right, then I need a motion to create and ratify a paid sponsor position for Madison Southern High School cheer at $1,697 plus any associated fringe benefits to be paid for by their boosters.
So moved.
Motion's been made by Mr. Rutherford. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Second by Ms. Brock. Well, I already asked that. Are there any questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
All right. Motion carries. I was behind myself. All right, 7S, create and ratify paid assistant for the Madison Southern High School football program. Any questions? All right, then I need a motion to create and ratify a paid assistant for Madison Southern High School football at $5,089 plus any associated fringe benefits to be paid by their boosters.
So moved.
Motion's been made by Ms. Cobb. Is there a second?
Second.
All right, second by Mr. Rutherford. All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. 7T, we're going to create and ratify paid assistant for the Madison Southern High School baseball program. Now I need a motion to create and ratify a paid assistant position at Madison Southern High School baseball at $1,131 plus any associated fringe benefits to be paid for by their boosters.
So moved.
Motion's been made by Ms. Coyle. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Second by Ms. Brock. All those in favor?
Aye.
All right, motion carries. 7U, create and ratify a .5 assistant band director, again at Madison Southern High School. Any questions? All right, I need a motion now to create and ratify a .5 assistant band director position at Madison Southern High School at $3,255.50 plus any associated fringe benefits to be paid for by their boosters as well.
So moved.
Motion's been made by Mr. Rutherford. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Second by Ms. Brock. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, motion carries. Next, number 8 is our superintendent's report with Dr. David Gillum.
All right, well, thank you. So we are in September now, and school is off to a great start. We appreciate all the work by our teachers and our school staff as they got our buildings ready and welcomed our students into our buildings on August 14th. We were able to make it around and visit all of our schools on that first day, and I'm currently making another round across the district to visit and see the great things that are happening in our classrooms. A couple of highlights I will mention over the last month. On August 12th, we had Dr. Roger Cleveland in the district. He did a district-wide training for all instructional staff. I attended the congressional update with Congressman Barr at EKU on August the 20th. August 28th was the kickoff for our Health Career Explorers Club at EKU. It was a wonderful event, and we appreciate our partnership with EKU and Baptist Health Richmond. We're in the second year of that program, provides a lot of great opportunities for our students. Also, I attended the KASS Fall Summit on September 4th and 5th in Lexington, and I'm working with our co-ops as we prepare to encourage public support and legislative support for public education. A couple of events coming up this week that I want to highlight. Madison Southern's homecoming is this weekend, so the parade is Thursday night, the game is Friday night, and then also Madison Central is hosting Madison High Night. Lots of events are planned around that for Thursday and Friday. The football game's Friday night as we celebrate that legacy of Madison High, what it meant to our community. So that's my superintendent report.
All right. Moving on to item number 9, comments from the board. Does anyone have any comments tonight?
Had a long agenda.
It was, it's a lot of numbers tonight. I just want to thank all you guys for being here tonight, too. We got a large.
Clubs have spent a lot of money.
Yes, yes, they have. Any other comments? All right, then I need a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Okay, I'm gonna take that with Ms. Brock as making the motion and the second by Ms. Cobb. How about that? All right. I was gonna say, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, all right, then we're adjourned. He mouthed it to me.